Good morning. Having analyzed the papers, I'll be taking human resource management. And like I said, having analyzed questions from uh, various questions, I would be analyzing the common questions across papers and the uncommon questions. First, let me start by telling you that first, divided into training activities, HR objectives, system theories, retention methods and technologies, motivation theories, ethical standard. These are common questions. While the uncommon questions usually are man and machine in HR, conflict of interest, guidelines for managing conflict of interest in HR, classical management theory, Max Weber bureaucracy theory, and then Max Weber bureaucracy theory, which explain the merits and demerits of Max Weber bureaucracy theory. HRIS, benefits in tracking information system, tracking information, skills and ICT skills for HR managers, and Elton Mayo and Hatton studies. So then we have Harry Frayo, Principles of Management, Contingency Theory, Recruitment Step, and 11 types of employee performance evaluation. So um, I'll be taking this. Um, I've got you covered here because for HR, this is uh, this is my specialty. These are complete notes on HR, information management, HRIS. This is it. This HRIS. This is these are this is my specialty. Like I told you, human resource information system, the HR service delivery, leadership and strategy for HR, measurement and analysis for HR, talent and development for HR, total rewards for HR. So um, if I anything I tell you here, just accept it. It's my specialty, about more above 17 years specializing in HR. So first we'll tell you, based on the provided material, everything answers I'm giving you is based on what is in the DLC notes. So let's start. Training activities organized by HR managers. Training activities are essential for development of employees to ensure they possess the necessary skills and knowledge to perform their roles effectively. So the training, so the course material outlines the following key training, types of training and types of training and activities. So the question here is training activities organized by HR manager. So the first one is training activities. So we have the induction. Usually is orientation and training. New employees are introduced to organizational culture, policies, job rules, requirement, training policies, uh, condition of service, um, routines, job tasks, introduced to company hierarchy, the important people, those they are reporting to, where they should work from, do's and don'ts of the organization by giving them employee handbook or employee manual. So that's what the induction and orientation is for. On the job training, So we have employee learn skills while performing their actual job and tasks under supervision on the job. So as they come in, as new employees come in, they're working, they're supposed to learn, they learn on the job, they learn from departments, they learn from supervisors, they learn from people. Uh, Inside this on the job training, we have what we call, again, job rotation, where someone in admin who is handling maybe HR administrative files is being sent to import and export to just do some job rotation there, maybe just for 1 month. And after a year or two, again, is sent to accounting too. So this job rotation, this small job rotation on the job training will help the person gain multiple expertise and might be able to gain a broader view of the organization. Off the job training, employees attend workshop. These ones are not in the company, they're off the job training, meaning it doesn't, the employees attend workshops, seminars, and training sessions outside the workplace. It can also be at the workplace, but definitely they are not working that period. They are just for the seminar. We've organized seminars at our plant level where we invite experts from health and safety. We invite experts for chemical handling. We invite experts for emergency plan, OSH. We invite experts for um, fire safety drill. We invite experts for workplace psychological stress handling. So it can also be in the plant. Maybe due to economic situations now, we don't really hire halls and all these things. We use the plant to do the training. On the plant means the workplace itself, in the factory. While in the office, we call that office, but factories we usually call it plant level training. Continuous professional development, CPD, focus on updating employees' knowledge, skills, particularly in a rapidly changing field like ICT and management. So we do this continuous professional development, CPDs, um, like um, HR body, international HR body expects you to do continuous professional development, and this continuous professional development will help for your recertification and other things. This is the international HR body. So even as an information consultant, you can specialize on HR, especially HRIS, Human Resource Information System, people analytics. So CPD is usually used to train people outside the job. Also is continuous professional development, and one area place you can learn CPD is uh, get your CPDs is Udemy. You can learn from Udemy, you can learn from Allison, you can learn from other professional bodies to get your CPD. To get CPD. So I'm giving you practical examples here. So from Udemy, from HRIC, if you're into IT, you can get your IT your IT body. So Allison, these are all certificates that are recognized globally. They're recognized globally, so they'll help you get your CPD. This is it. This is a typical example of CPD. So a typical example of CPD. So yeah, this in CPD you accumulate points. So you accumulate points. Each course you take accumulates points, and those points are used to for continuous professional development. Those points are used for professional development. Same thing, Alison. When you get this, when you get these certifications, they help you accumulate points. So those are examples of sites for CPD, continuous professional development. Key objective in of human resource management. HR objectives, as outlined in the course material again, is focus on aligning employee goals with organizational goals. So the key objective includes employee development, ensuring the employee have the opportunities for their career growth through training, mentoring, and performance. Employee retention, implementing policies and practice to retain the best talent, to reduce turnover. Um, we have what we call cost of turnover. So if companies actually know the cost of per hire, like cost of per hire when there's a turnover, when they lose a staff, cost to rehire that staff, it will reduce the level of turnover. So for the US in particular, the cost of turnover is takes about 17,000 US dollars to rehire a staff. When you hire a bad staff, the wrong staff, and when you hire staff and he leaves and you need to rehire again, it costs you about 5 to 10,000 US dollars. Cost of turnover, cost of rehire. So that's why employee retention is very important, such as competitive benefits and work-life balance. Work-life balance, work and life balance, stress should that will help reduce stress. Uh, so such as competitive benefits. So competitive benefits is where total rewards come in. You reward them what they need to be rewarded, what they need to be paid. So this will help in retaining staff. These are the HR objective. Organizational growth, like we defined earlier on, HR objective is focusing on aligning employee goals with organizational goals. So organizational growth here, using HR strategies to align human resource with organizational need, fostering productivity and achieving long-term goals. This is under this organizational goal, this is under leadership and strategy. So goal for the organization. So when you have the correct HR strategies, then you'll be able to align the human resource you have to meet the organizational needs. So the cost that really takes care of this is what we call leadership and strategy. So leadership and strategy here in HR. So that's why it's very important. So basically, that's why it's very important. One important thing for exam is research has shown that retention of lectures or reading of text materials without periodic review results in 40% forgotten in 47% forgotten in 20 minutes, 62% forgotten in 1 day, 75% forgotten in 15 days, and 78% forgotten in 38 days. So this is just a research on learning. So I hope you understand why you should learn regularly and review materials for exam. Employee development is one of HR objective, employee retention, and organizational growth. Three, we are moving to system theories applied to HR. System theory provide a holistic view of organization by emphasizing the interrelationship between different components of the system. In HRM, that's human resource management, the following key terms and ideas apply to system theory. Subsystem interaction. HRM interacts with others in the organizational subsystem, such as finance operation, to make sure everything functions well and smooth. Feedback mechanism. HR system gathers feedback through performance evaluation, employee surveys, and improved practices. Open systems. HRM consider external factors like labor market condition, legal requirement, competitors, and other things that influence organizational policy. Adaptability. HR strategies are flexible to accommodate environmental changes such as globalization, technological advancement, and workplace diversity. So this is the importance of system theory in HR, the application of system theory in HR. System theories are applied in HR. It helps to provide holistic view for the organization by emphasizing interrelationship between different components of the system. In HRM, these key terms and principles apply: subsystem interaction, feedback mechanism, open system, and adaptability to external adaptability, which uh, factors like labor market, legal requirements, those are for open system, and then the adaptability is for technology advancement, workplace diversity, globalization. HR strategies are flexible to accommodate changes. So we go to retention method and technologies. Retention method, retention activities and technologies are critical to reduce turnover. Retention top Retaining of top talents in the organization is important. The following are method highlighted in the material for retention activities: work-life balance, like we talked about earlier on, flexible working hours, remote work opportunities, childcare facilities, enhance employee satisfaction, childcare facilities, and other things like maternity leave, paternity leave, and other things like health benefits, dental benefits, parking space, and several other things. When there's work-life balance, uh, flexible working hours, remote work opportunities, and childcare facilities help employee satisfaction. So these are retention activities. Career development opportunities, training, promotion, skill, and enhancement programs encourage employees to stay. These are very important. For employee retention, work, career development opportunities, employee engagement initiatives, open communication, feedback mechanism, team building activities foster sense of belonging. That means engage the employees, things that will make them be loyal to the company, employee engagement activities, things that will foster uh, employee engagement, things like end of the year bonus, like example again, like uh, like trainings, like development facilities, like gym facilities, like other things like long-term service award, long service award. Um, these things help employee engagement. Other things that will also foster employee engagement is when companies sell shares to the workers, and the workers buy shares and become part owners of the company. It's called, so this will also help employee engagement. Also seminars, also several other things. So we have competitive compensation and benefit. Salaries, bonus, health insurance, retirement plans play significant role in retaining employees. So these are the retention uh, strategies, retention activities. First, work-life balance, career development opportunities, employee engagement, competitive compensation and benefit. Now, when it comes to technologies, we have retention technologies. We have the human resource information system, tracks employee data, performance metrics, satisfaction surveys to identify and address retention risk. Employee engagement platform tools like intranet portals, mobile app facilities, recognitions, and engagement, employee engagement platforms. And then we have a performance management system, automate goal setting, performance appraisals, reward systems to motivate and retain employees. So we'll go to motivation theories. Number five. Several theories of motivations explain why workers are driven to perform and how their needs influence their behavior. First, we talk about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Employees are motivated by progression of needs, psychological. which is the psychological basic survival, safety, belonging, esteem, and self-actualization. That's what Maslow's hierarchy of needs is talking about. And maybe the diagram can also help. Maybe the diagram can also help. Let me see here. So the Maslow's pyramid. So this is the diagram. The basic need is the psychological need, safety need, belonging and love, esteem needs, and the self-actualization need. So let me just put the image in the notes so that we can also have it. Sorry, so that we can also have it. So here is it. We have it here. So we have it here. So this is it. So I'm reducing it. So yeah, so we have it here. So we have the second one, the Herzberg two-factor theory. The Herzberg two-factor theory talks about job security, salary, hygiene factors, job security, salary, work conditions prevent dissatisfaction that but do not motivate. So motivators include recognition, responsibility, opportunities for growth, drive, satisfaction, and performance. Once you understand these key principles, you'll be able to understand the theory. So Hesberg theory, two-factor theory, based on hygiene and motivators. The hygiene factors, job security, salary, and working condition prevent dissatisfaction but do not motivate. Are not enough to motivate. Motivators include recognition, responsibility, opportunities for growth, drive for growth, drive satisfaction, and performance. So we have McLean's theory of needs. The McLean's theory of needs, employees are driven by one or more needs, more of three needs: achievement, affiliation, and power. For instance, high achievers are motivated by challenging tasks, so while others affiliation, while others power. So this is for McLean's theory. Then the Vroom expectancy theory. Motivation is based on belief that effort leads to performance and performance leads to desired results. Employees are motivated when they perceive that their effort will yield valuable outcomes. That's the firm's expectancy theory. So let me go by summarizing this theory. Maslow hierarchical hierarchy of needs. You see, employees are motivated by progression of needs. So basic level. First, someone gets into your organization, he has psychological need, maybe because he has basic level needs. He needs job security, he needs safety, he needs psychological need. He wants to buy his food, water, needs to get a house and a place to rest. So that is the basic needs. Then you have the psychological needs, belongingness and love, intimate relationship and friends. This then we have the self-esteem need, prestige, feeling of accomplishment. Then we have the self-actualization, actualizing, achieving one's potential, including creative activities and the rest. So just three levels here. basic needs, psychological needs, and self-fulfillment needs. Under the basic needs, you have the psychological needs and safety and the belongingness and love. Then when you move to the next theory, like Heisenberg two-factor theory, here is just talking about the two-factor is hygiene and motivation. That job security, salary, and working condition, they prevent satisfaction, but are not enough to motivate you. But they are not enough to motivate the worker. They say key motivators are recognition, responsibility, opportunities for growth, drive, satisfaction, and performance. Under the McLean's theory of needs, employees are driven by one or more of three needs: achievement, affiliation, and power. AAP here. So, for instance, achievers are motivated by challenging tasks. Then some people are affiliated to the organization. They love their affiliations, their friends, their families. They love their affiliation with the organization. They are proud to be affiliated with the organization. Some will tell you, I work with Shell, I work with this. So that affiliation need is what drives them. Why the others is the power. They want to be the boss, they want to be the MD, they want to be the GM, they want to be the head of sales. The power they derive from such positions is what drives them to become high achievers. The Worm's expectancy theory informs expectancy. Expectancy defines this theory. Motivation is based on belief that if I put in some effort, that's some performance, the performance will lead to desired results. That's why the result they desire, the result they expect, makes them put in that lot of performance. Employees are motivated when they perceive that their effort will yield valuable outcomes. So, six, ethical standards. We move to ethical standards and leadership guidelines they expect from practitioners. HR practitioners are expected to uphold high ethical standards and demonstrate exemplary leadership. Key ethical standards include professional responsibility, ensure fairness in recruitment, performance evaluations, and promotions, act in the best interest of the organization while respecting the employees' rights, integrity and confidentiality, maintain confidentiality of employees' information and organizational policies, avoid conflict of interest and favoritism. Three, we have fairness and justice, promote diversity, inclusiveness, address grievances promptly and impartially, transparency and communication, clearly communicate policies, expectations, and organizational goals to employees, and facilitate open and honest communication between management and employees. Leadership as a role model, ensure that HR leaders should exemplify ethical behaviors, ensure that inspire employees by setting positive example, emphasize collaboration, respect, and sharing of responsibilities. So these are the ethical standards of HR manager of HR manager. So the professional responsibility, integrity, fairness and justice, transparency and communication, leadership and strategy leadership as a role model. So we're done with the common questions. We're done with the questions that you should expect. You should expect two or three from that side. The uncommon questions specific to certain papers that do not occur in most papers. You say man versus machine. The shift from manual work to knowledge workers highlights the growing reliance on human creativity, critical thinking, innovation over repetitive manual tasks. This change is accelerated by advancements in automation and artificial intelligence. The concept and the concept overview. Man, knowledge workers such as software developers, project management, HR practitioners or professionals focus on tasks required focus on tasks requiring cognitive abilities, decision making, and interpersonal skills. Machine, automation, and AI are used for tasks like data analysis, payroll processing, and recruitment and screening. for recruitment and screening. So now examples. AI tools like chatbot handle initial candidate screening, but HR managers conduct interview and assess emotional intelligence and cultural fit. Examples, training. E-learning platform provide automated training modules, but human trainers mentor employees to develop leadership skills. Performance appraiser. Performance management system generate reports using analytics, but HR managers provide personalized feedback for career guidance. Yes, man and machine in HR. And we have conflict of interest. Conflict of interest arises when the personal interests interfere with professional responsibilities. Please take note of this, where personal interests interfere with professional responsibilities, leading to a biased decision that may harm the organization or its employees. Guidelines for managing conflict of interest. Clear policies. Establish a formal conflict of interest policy that defines acceptable and unacceptable behaviors. Requires employees to disclose relationship with vendors during procurement. For example, a supplier coming to sell and it's a brother of the HR or the brother of the finance manager, that's a conflict of interest. So if they declare this, they will know that there's conflict of interest and they know how to manage it or how not to give the contract at all. Disclose requirements. Employees must disclose Employees must disclose any personal, financial, and familiar relationship that could influence decision making. A HR manager recruiting relative for a position must inform their supervisor or their boss because there's a conflict of interest. So clear policies, disclosure requirements, independent oversight, impartial use of impartial committees or third party to review sensitive matters. This is very important too, where a third party, an external consultant, can oversee performance appraisal for senior executives to avoid bias because of familiarity. Training and awareness. Regularly educate employees and employees on recognition and managing conflicts. Include conflict of interest scenarios in ethic training. So when you train them, they're able to training and awareness so that they can identify it when it occurs. So let me summarize here for conflict of interest: clear policies, disclosure, training and awareness, and I think they are. Let me number them so we could get a grasp of it properly after numbering them. One, we have let me number them. Let me see if the numbers will go in. Okay, so one, we have and clear policies. So the policies must be clear, establish what defines what is acceptable and unacceptable behaviors and conflict of interest. Disclosure requirements, make them disclose any personal, financial, and familiar relationship with that could influence decision making. Then independent oversight, ensure there's an impartial committee, third parties, consultants, and other people to handle sensitive matters. And then training and awareness, train and regularly educate employees on recognizing and managing conflict of interest. Three, classical management theory. Classical management theory focuses on efficiency, hierarchy, division of labor, to achieve organizational goal. Efficiency, hierarchy, and division of labor. Three things here: efficiency, hierarchy, and division of labor. Those are the three things that classical management theory focuses on, and these will help to achieve organizational goal. So efficiency, hierarchy, and division of labor to achieve organizational goal. So this is it here. So, and it was popularized during the industrial revolutions. The key pros of this structured workflow, clearly defined roles and responsibility, increases productivity. Assemblies lines, example, assembly lines in manufacturing allocate specific tasks to workers, optimizing production. Specialization. because it talks about division of labor. Efficiency is where the structured workflow comes in while relating it with the key focus of the classical theory or classical management theory. When you understand efficiency, that structured workflow, when you understand division of labor or specialization, employees become experts in their assigned tasks, improving efficiency. Then a customer service team is specialized has specialized rule for call handling and compliance resolutions and follow-up. Predictability, you see standardization process processes ensure consistency and minimizes error. When you're a specialist and you know what you do at a particular time, it leads to predictability. Fast food chain like McDonald's follow standard operation procedure. You see, even when you enter um, um, there's this store you enter, pizza, forgotten the name, that they have there's predictability. They tell you your name, they show you your name, they show you when you are supposed to get your order, when the order is in progress, and the minutes before you get it, and line by line of everybody who uh, uh, made order for the food. So cons, lack of flexibility, because you see standardization, you see rigid hierarchies can hinder creativity and adaptability. Please just know the pros and cons, explain them in exams and you'll be okay. Employees may find it difficult to suggest process improvement due to bureaucratic red tape. Employee dissatisfaction, employee repetitive tasks, limited autonomy can lead to low morale. So example, workers on factory assembly line often experience burnout due to monotonous work. Communication barriers, top-down communication may neglect employee feedback. Because decisions are made at executive level may not align with the frontline employee needs. So please take note of this. First, you just take note of this classical management, your efficiency, hierarchy, and division of labor. So, efficiency, structured workflow, hierarchy, you see top down. Standardization is the standardization is under division of labor, where you get specialization for division of labor. Everybody is specialized tasks. Everybody knows his job. Predictability, you see, because of efficiency, you can predict what time, what dates, and what particular number of hours. That standardized processes ensure consistency and minimum error. Sorry, I'm fast. I'm trying to cover up so that video doesn't get boring, and so that you can understand it between short limited time. We have Max Weber's bureaucracy theory. Weber's bureaucracy theory, here's simple. Bureaucracy theory emphasizes structured hierarchy, formal rules, and merits of decision making based on decision making. Emphasizes structured hierarchy, formal rules. So Weber is bureaucracy theory, and bureaucracy, it emphasizes structured hierarchy, rules, and merit-based decision making. Merit-based decision making. So no decision gets through except it's well scrutinized and it's what it. The pros here is merit, impartiality. Here we say decision are based on rules and reduction of favoritism. That is why I say merit-based decision making. In HR, we usually have three types of salary uh, increments. And we have the general review, which is due to inflation. Everybody's salary is being reviewed. It's not based on merit. We have the merit based, which is based on performance and performance and merits. Those ones go into promotion and the rest. So decisions and rules here are merit based and reduces favoritism. Promotion policy that relies on performance metrics ensures fairness. That's the example I've just given. So we have accountability. You see, clear defined rules, responsibilities ensures that every employee knows their duty and is accountable. So department head is accountable for meeting with their team targets, for meeting their team target. We have efficiency, standardized process ensures smooth operation in large organization. Government agencies uses formal procedures for license applications, ensuring uniform treatment of all applicants. That is uh, that is the bureaucracy. So if you know everything in bureaucracy, impartiality, accountability, and standardization, which is efficiency, standardized process to ensure the large organization. That's for Max Weber theory. Max Weber's theory. So bureaucracy theory. So this is Max Weber theory. This is classical management theory. These are theories in HR. It's different from motivational theory, so please take notes. Demerit, red tape, excessive rules, procedures can delay decision making. Approvals for minor purchases in bureaucratic organization may take weeks due to multiple layers of authorization. Uh, Employee disengagement, emphasis on rules over innovation can stifle creativity. Employees in rigid bureaucracies may feel undervalued when their ideas are ignored. So resistant to change, bureaucratic systems are slow to adapt to new technologies or market demand. Traditional banks struggle to adapt with fintech innovation quickly due to hierarchical decision making. And these are some of the things that made OPay and other fintechs come into uh, existence, and they're doing well. HRIS number 5, benefits, HRIS benefits and tracking information. HRIS, centralized data management. HRIS consolidates information into one platform, reducing duplication and errors. An example of HRIS like SAP, Oracle, maintains employee records such as personal details, job histories, and benefits information. That's salary information and other benefit. Improve decision making. HRS help to improve decision making. HR provides manager with real-time analytics for strategic decision making. Turnover rates and employee performance trend help in planning retention strategies. Improve decision. Time and cost efficiency automates repetitive tasks like payroll process, leave, and leave management. Employees can apply for leave, access pay slip without HR's direct intervention, and enhance compliance. It enhances compliance because HRS help compliance with labor laws, tax by tracking deadlines and update, automatically generate reports for compliance audits. And number 5, let me add number 5 here. It helps in it helps in making the organization more decentralized. Like like you can be in Kano, and since you have an HRS system, you can work a branch in Kano can see the demand that has been demanded from them from the HR in Lagos. Your office in Abuja can see what is required for audits, and it can track application and other things. So it also helps in decentralization and helps to make work more efficient by decentralizing it. So you say centralized data management. Yes, yes, centralized data management. But what I mean by decentralization is that it helps the team. Okay, let's put it this way. It helps the company works from various location, thereby making them making making them meet requirements of the staff in time. So again, this can also be time saving and cost saving, time and cost efficiency, enhance compliance. So let's just leave it to these three: centralized data management, improve decision making. Yeah, to this for improved decision making, time and cost efficiency, enhance compliance. Information tracked by HRS, data, employee data, name, contact, job titles, and other things, attendance and time management. It can be used for attendance and time management. It can be used for recruited metrics, application tracking, hiring stages, cost per hire. It can be used to perform appraisal, tracks and review appraisals and feedback. It can be used in training records, document completed, document completed training, certifications, and skill gap can be gotten from there. ICT skills for HR managers, HR software proficiency, ability and familiarity with platforms like Workday, Boom, Bamboo HR and Oracle, uh, managing recruitment, payroll, and performance metrics and other things. We have one HR software proficiency. Two, we have data analysis and reporting, ability to use tools like Excel, Tableau, Power BI, data visualization, and data visualization and analysis, creating dashboard for employee satisfaction surveys. We have e-learning platforms. E-learning platforms like managing and delivering training through e-learning and learning management system like LMS, like modules like Coursera and the rest. Example, designing employee skills and development programs. Excuse me. E-learning platform, sorry. E-learning platforms managing and delivering training through learning management systems like Moodle and Coursera, designing employee skill development programs, cyber security awareness, understanding data protection laws, e.g., GDPR, and ensuring handling of HR sensitive HR information. Example, ensuring employee data security. Social media recruitment, leveraging platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter for talent acquisition, and posting job advertisements and engaging with potential candidates. So here we have five. Five ICT skills essential for HR managers: HR software proficiency, data analysis and reporting, e-learning platform, cybersecurity awareness, social media recruitment. Elon Elton Miles and Wharton studies. So first, stages of the Wharton studies. We see illumination experiment. Examine the impact of lighting on levels of workers' productivity. The finding, this research just talked about a plant, a factory. It was done in a factory. They illuminated the factory. They put lights everywhere and saw the impacts on workers' productivity. They reduced the lights and see the impact also on workers' productivity. Productivity increased regardless of lighting conditions, suggesting that psychological factors influence output more than light. So, relay assembly test room experiment. Relay assembly test studied the effect of working conditions like break, pay incentive, and work hours. Findings: productivity improved due to increased attention and team cohesion. So, interview programs conducted interviews with employees to understand their attitudes and opinion. Finding: co-workers valued being heard and appreciated, emphasizing the importance of communication. Bank wiring, bank wiring observation room experiment. Analyze group behavior and social norms among workers. Informal group dynamics, peer pressure significantly influence productivity. Informal group dynamics, this is group dynamics. You see, in every team, every organization, we have people who control the organization, who they have given power directly to. Like, I'll use a typical example here. Like in a company, the GM or the GM or the MD is one they've given the power to. And then you see, when we talk about informal group dynamics, we now have people dividing themselves into small groups, small groups. And this group, they also hold sway. They also make decisions on their own, informal decisions, and these decisions affect the company. That's what we call peer pressure significantly influence productivity. So informal group dynamics. So it's very important. It's not only the formal people who have been given power to, and that's why, for example, in a sport I'm very familiar with, like in football. We have where they get rid of a player because of his influence on the team. And that negative influence on the team is making the whole team to rebel and other things. So they try to get rid of him. So this is a typical example. So here for Elton Mayo and the Hawthorne studies, we have stages of the Hawthorne study: elimination experiment, relay assembly of test room experiments, interview programs, bank wiring observation. Please take note of these four. The first one is lights, that regardless of the lighting condition, psychological factors improved output, that productivity increased. So regardless of the relay assembly in the test room, there are studies, working conditions like break, pay, and work hours and the rest. Productivity increased to due to attention and team cohesion. So interview program conducted interviews on employees to understand their attitudes and opinion. Employees are workers valued when they are heard, appreciated, emphasizing the importance of communication. Bank wiring observation room experiment. They wired a bank and they observed how they behaved in the bank. Analyze group behavior and social norm among workers. So the bankers did not know they were being observed, maybe. So that's why it's called bank wiring. So informal group dynamics, peer pressure significantly influence productivity. Key contributions of this Elton Mayo's theory and Wharton study theory. One of the key contribution, it highlights the importance of social and psychological factors in the workplace, leading to development of human relations movements. So Henry Frayo principles of management. Henry Frayo, every management student is used to this one. Merit is a systematic approach. Henry Frayo provided a structural framework for managing organization. Division of work ensure specialization, leading to higher efficiency. Universality principles can be applied across the industries and organizational levels. Centralization helps in decision making and hierarchical organization. Focus on coordination encourages harmony between departments, unity through directions and command. Henry Frayo also, for example, all marketing campaign aligned with organizational goal. Employee development emphasizes on equity, esprit de corps, boost employee morale, fair treatment, and team spirit enhances job satisfaction, for example. Demerit, rigidity, overemphasis on rules may stifle creativity and adaptability, neglect human relations, lack of focus on human motivation and interpersonal dynamics. Employee feel undervalued when emotional needs are ignored. Limited uh, applicability. The principles are less effective in dynamic and innovative environments. We talked about informal communication, informal group dynamics. So when there's informal group dynamics, these principles do not work. Verifiable principles. Startup may prefer flexible structures with rigid hierarchies. We have simplistic view assumes all organizations operate similarly, ignoring cultural and situational differences. Centralization may not work in culturally diverse teams, requiring decentralization in decision making. Contingency theory 9. Contingency theory is an integral part of system theory, and it emphasizes there is no best single way to structure and manage an organization. That's why it's contingency. Contingency means bringing in something to deal with an emergency, contingency. So instead the ideal structure and management style depends on variables and contingencies unique to each organization. So you must acclimatize, you must improvise. Each organization has its own specific variables and contingencies that are unique to it. So key premises of this contingency theory: dynamic adaptation. So organization success depends on adaptability and its ability to adapt to structure processes in the environment, technology, and workforce. For example, a startup tech company may adopt a flat organizational structure to encourage innovation, while a manufacturing firm may prefer a hierarchical structure for efficiency. Those are common in the factory floors and factory companies in production lines. We say interrelated variables. Organizational size, technology, operational environment significantly influence ideal structure of management style. A larger organization may require more formalized rule, while a smaller one might require informal processes. And that is it. Like startups, small companies might require informal processes and other things. But the moment they become larger, they have to they have to formalize so that everything can now follow a structure. Interrelated variables, organizational side, technology, operational environment significantly influence the ideal structure and management style. Implications, organization must continually to adapt, changing its internal and external conditions so that it can meet out with all its needs. That's the contingencies. So we have different departments within the same organization may adopt different structures based on specific needs and function, such as marketing, HR, accounting, and the others in an organization might approach, take and adopt different approaches to solve problems within the organization, but still aligning it with the organizational goal. So we have an example, R&D department may use metric and structure, while the finance might use function structure. So you see, this is what I just explained earlier. So we move to question 10. Number 10, steps involved in recruitment activities. There are steps involved in recruitment activities, finding an attractable, suitable staff for job opening in organization. First, you identify the need, you evaluate the need, that's identify the vacancy. The vacancy exists. So assess the workforce need and identify the skill gap and ensure the new hires align with the organizational goal. A company expanding into digital marketing may identify need for a social media expert. Develop the position description. Here, we usually call it an HR JD. The develop the position description, JD, the job description. So draft the job description, include responsibilities, qualification, and expectation, highlights the required technical skills for the role of a IT manager that is needed. That is the example. Three here, develop a recruitment plan. Plan to attract from diverse pool of qualified candidates using both internal posting and external job boards to widen talent search, for example. Develop a recruitment plan. Select a search committee. Form a team that will review the application, conduct everything impartially, ensuring impartiality and everything. A committee may include representative from HR, hiring department, and diverse department. Post position. You see, post position and implement recruitment plan. So you post it, you advertise it, and job boards, recruitment board. Example is posting it on like LinkedIn and leveraging on professional network by word of mouth, telling other people, posting on newspaper. Review the applicants and develop shortlist. When you've posted it, people will apply. So review the applicants and develop shortlist. So using some people use ATM, some companies use ATS rather, which is the applicant tracking system to filter resumes, searching for keywords. Conduct interviews, evaluate through structural interviews and assessment, using behavioral questioning to gauge cultural fit, and then select hire, that's select and hire. So the committee evaluates the candidates, select the best fit for the role, comparing interview performance with references, finalizing recruitment, extending the offer to candidate to ensure proper onboarding and orientation. So procedures are in place. So this is it for this. Let's see. We just took 9 stages. However, there are stages. You should just try to remember that first you declare the vacancy, develop the JD, then when you develop the JD, develop a recruitment plan, select a search committee. That's the committee that will search for the applicants and do the interview and all the others. Post the application. So when the committee is ready, you post the application and recruitment plan. review the applicants and the people who develop the shortlist. After review the applicant, conduct the interview, hire the people you want, then finalize the recruitment. So types of employee performance evaluation. There's numerical rating, rating employees under a specific skill, trait, and numerical rating using scales 1 to 10, measuring teamwork, communication, and others, maybe using a questionnaire, quantitative rating. Then this in HR falls under what we call what we call let me see under here measurement and analysis. So you'll be able to the measure the metrics, the measure, use the metric and analyze. So this falls under measurement and analysis. So let me go further by explaining this type of employee performance evaluation. Uh, Performance evaluation, which numerical ratings, we have this. I've explained it 1 to 10 using numeric scales and other things to rate it. Then we have a objective based evaluation. Evaluation, objective based evaluation. Employee performance is evaluated based on achieving set specific time frame. A sales associate being evaluated quarterly. So objective based evaluation. So you object them based on evaluate them based on a specific job and also based on a specific time frame. So those are objective based skills. 360-degree appraiser collects feedback from various sources, including managers, peers, subordinates, customers. That's why they call it 360. It revolves around a team leader's performance is assessed by team members, senior managers, and every other person. Critical incident focuses on documenting significant events where the employee excelled and underperformed. That is this is performance. So these are types of performance evaluation: numerical scale, objective evaluation, 360, critical incident, recording instances when an employee successfully resolved a major client issue under pressure. So that will be the end for this. And I wish you good luck and everyone listening. Thank you.